Hey guys, it's Nick here from That Student Life Australia, and today I want to tell you a little bit of a story. So, this video is titled How One Decision Can Change Your Entire Life, and I really want to drive that point home that one small and seemingly insignificant decision that you make in any point in your life can be pivotal, absolutely pivotal to determining what you will do in the future. So I'm going to share my experience with this, and hopefully you can take a little bit out of it. So this starts back when I was about 14, or just about to turn 14. So I had just come from a family thing, and we walked into the shops at Charlestown Square, which is just a big shopping centre, and I was like really into running at the time, and I loved shoes, so I was having a little bit of a look at like the shoes and whatnot, because I was into that kind of thing, and I went into the Athlete's Foot, which is like a sports retailer in Australia, and I was having a little bit of a look around. They said, take a seat, we'll be with you in a moment. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they said, oh, are you not here for the interview? And I said, no. And they said, would you like a job? And I was just kind of like, well, yeah, I'd like a job. The burger shop I was working at was about to go bust. Like, yeah, I want a job. Anyway, so long story short, I come back like 30 minutes later in a group interview with 3 other people for a job just for the summer, stacking shoes away. And the first thing they did was tell us to go and pick a shoe off the wall and tell us something about it. And the other kids are like, I like it because it's red and this, and me being a complete nerd about shoes, like knew all the technology. So I got the job. So super stoked about that, just fell into my lap. Now, I've worked in shoes since then, and that was just as I was about to turn 14. I'm now 19. So, what's that? 5.5 years really. So, after doing this for some time, I got a job at Rebel, and I was still working in shoes there, and then I got a job at my current workplace, which is called Pure Performance Sports. Very, very similar. All of these jobs are all selling shoes, and they're all sort of doing the same thing. Let's put this part of the story on pause here, and let's pick up my schooling life just over here. So at about the same time or about a year after I got that job at Athlete's Foot, that's when I started to become a bit more competitive with academics in school. And this wasn't really a decision that I made. I just gradually started getting more competitive, but it does generally tie in with the theme of this video. So I started hanging around people who are more academically inclined as I got older, and that made a whole bunch of difference in determining what I was going to do in the later years of school. So going back to the Athlete's Foot, that decision to say, yeah, I want a job and not just go, or maybe not for me, has dramatically changed my life. I'm going to delve into it now. So I got a bunch of subsequent jobs as a result of working in shoes, because I knew about all the products, and I knew about how it worked, I know about how your feet move and all that good stuff. And so at the moment, I said I'm working at a sports store called Pure Performance, and it's a bit more personal. It's not just take your money, see you later. We try and make it a bit more personable, and talk to the customer and get to know him and everything. So I was served this guy, and he's a Scottish bloke. My family's Scottish as well, so I was like, had a bit of a conversation with him about that, and told him sort of what I was doing with the HSC, what I wanted to study next year. It turns out that guy happened to be the head of the chemistry department at Newcastle University. I so happened to be doing a science and mathematics degree at Newcastle University, majoring in chemistry. So I get to know him for a little bit. He's involved in the running community through my work, through my decision to work for Athlete's Foot. I'm also involved in the running community. And yep, sort of got to know him and everything, and a couple of months ago he said, why don't you come and do a little bit of research? Now, I'm an undergraduate, and on the scale of academic chain in tertiary education, that is just like the bottom of the pack. Like, no one wants an undergraduate in that lab. Anyway, so as of recent, like the last few days, I have been talking to him. I've taken a bit of a tour of the labs, and him and I and another PhD student are going to be working on a project which is publishable. So there will be an academic paper with my name on it, and that is to do with bacteria resistance and antibiotic research. So that just is mind-blowing that I've ended up in this position. And the reason I made this video specifically is because I thought back, and it all sort of stemmed from that one decision to work for the Athlete's Foot, and just to fall into that job, and just to simply say yes to an opportunity that was in front of me. And I kind of embodied that attitude throughout the rest of my schooling, I guess. Like, every opportunity I kind of had, like, do I want to hang around the right people? Yes. Always saying yes to new opportunities, and this specific opportunity, this specific situation which I've said yes to something, is giving me like a massive leg up in life. Like, once you do one academic paper, like, you know, you're more eligible to do other ones, and I eventually want to go on and do a PhD in medicinal chemistry, and like this is the gateway. Like, this has changed, or will potentially change, the trajectory of my life in academia and in general, I guess. So, moral of the story is, always say yes to what opportunity is in front of you. One decision can change your entire life. So I could have been, you know, just flipping burgers for the rest of my days and working in Macca's and, I don't know, just serving food in a restaurant and kicking around, you know, probably doing some biomed degree or science degree, just kind of trying to get good marks and whatnot. But, you know, this like specific action that I made like years ago has affected my life today. So always look at every single day with an optimistic attitude, and you can't go wrong. Say yes to every opportunity that can benefit your life. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.